had to let them be free. But forget about me because I'm used to it. I can feel all that pain, but I still feel so empty inside. Lord, I'm going to continue to say I'm lost until you become the TV guide. Lord, catch my soul swimming in my tears. Please make it clear. I have hopes and dreams. It don't forget riches. I'm like a broken down car. I can get there. I just don't know when. I can break down and get fixed back up again. I catch myself drinking, which means I'm trying to rush. Lord, I need you again. Please don't fuss. I know you made me to be an example. I've been through what I've been through just to add more meaning to my definition. I could be clinky and I could be wild, but sit back and really think about it. You really gonna love it once you start to settle down. I wasn't raised like I was just to like it to stomp on me. Nah, my bad. I mean kick, jump, and stomp on me. I was raised by a king that follows the king. So as I am the prize, the glory seeker, that true believer. I am that saint that believed in my heart and spoke it out loud. With that being said, well, I know you won't let me down. Whew. I'm trying not to frown. I'm trying to keep the faith, but some keep turning it down. I got a lot of love in my heart, but every night I feel like I'm hiding in the dark. I got a few I could call, but I choose not to because I refuse to let them see me fall. I'm highly blessed and I'm stepping in your favor. But lately I've been feeling like you left me on red like the people do when I put down the newspaper. Yes, I've been blown, but I found my way to you. Yes, I'm in your yard, so tell me what to do. Yes, I want the throne, Lord, support me, I can't be strong alone. Lord, I need you, me, a young saint. Lord, I have a vision, I just don't know what path to take.
So, this poem I'm gonna read is called Still Standing. Lost my babies, yeah, the pain runs deep. They hold in my heart, got me crying in my sleep. All these trials, all these battles I've fought and won, made me the woman I am, less afraid, more high and eager to carry on. I make this shit look easy, but inside torn. A piece of me gone since the day they were born. Life's forever changed, but I keep pushing on. Proof that even in pain, you gotta stay true. True to myself and their legends be left behind. Big piece of me gone, but I still got my pride. Walking through the storm, go nothing to hide. They still in my soul in every move I make, living for them for my own sake. Yeah, life's different now, but still survive. A real one, keep hoping alive. They may be gone, but their loves still run through my veins. In every breath, in every tear I cry. Yeah, life different now, but I ain't gonna break. God's got a plan for me and I can't wait.
So I encourage everybody to walk around and ask us any question you want. Again, like I said, this is not a sad moment at all. This is a moment for you guys to see that it's possible. It's possible. And we got to start letting other people know who's dealing with mental challenges, because our son was dealing with it, and he allowed what you want. I like how you said all the time how he allowed his circumstances, what we go through in life.
He made a permanent decision from short-term pain.
From short-term pain.
So, just going back, and like Deshae said, we are not going to be sad. This whole topic, MF by itself should tell you, mothers and fathers mentally fighting. This is our opportunity to help each other get through their struggles or other parents' struggle, because again, we felt helpless. And we knew that he was going towards making a permanent decision on short-term pain. Again, we're gonna all go through pain in life. But again, there's no playbook on how we're supposed to go through life because all our challenges are different. So here's our opportunity as parents to help each other get through your struggles. Again, if you got a child with mental illness, if you got any situation, if you're dealing with, a child that might have, again, like my sisters here, they both lost their children. If you're dealing with that, if you're dealing with any type of challenge, especially being a parent, we're gonna talk about it. Yeah. We're gonna give you the opportunity and we're gonna discuss these things. even with dealing with marriage, because sometimes that's a challenge. But we're gonna talk about it all. We're gonna put it out there, we're gonna be real, we're not gonna be fake, we're not gonna sugarcoat it.
Real talk.
I mean, it's gonna be real talk.
My outlet. I wrote this poem because it's therapeutic. I don't have a counselor yet. I try my best to be who I needed then and now. But as I sit here with a table full of tears, all I can say is, I'm okay, but how? Battling with myself, knowing I want to break. Also knowing God has perfect timing. He doesn't make any mistakes. So, I wrote this poem because I realized I'm chasing after what I needed then. Not saying that it wasn't there, more like it barely slipped in. I wrote this poem because life don't have instructions. I'm not pointing a finger, I'm just hurting. I wrote this poem because I realized I can relate to that color. All my life I had to fight. Sophia definitely did not study. I wrote this poem because once upon a time I was bullied and I didn't feel like I was enough. Dear to whoever can relate, speak up because you're more than enough. I wrote this poem because I want to move on. I'm sick and tired of shutting down, telling the world to leave me alone. I wrote this poem because I'm tired of reaching out. How you say you love me but ignore me? That's not what love all about. I wrote this poem for peace. I wrote this poem for the people in the back that can hear me. I wrote this poem.
Coming behind her, she writing, I wrote this poem just because I got a poem that's called More Than Enough. Yeah, I'm more than enough. I've been through the fire. I've been through some powerful storms. Everything I've endured built my strength from the pain. Never tired, I'm a warrior in these streets. Survivor's mind. Easy score. Every fight I leave behind. They tried to break me, but I stand tall. Got hustle in my veins. I'm ready for it all. All the struggle, all the grind made me who I am, a queen, a victorious, true-born champ. From the pain I rise, I may fall, but I'll never stay down. Every setback just made me stand tall. Strength ain't just a word, it's my code, my truth. I've been through it all. Now I'm bulletproof. More than enough. Yeah, I'm proof. Built from the struggle. More. Now I'm the roof. Covering my soul, shining so bright. A survivor's fire like a musical phoenix lurking through the night.
All right. The poem is called My Brother. Okay. I'm gonna try not to. Come on. And I never stopped shedding a tear for you. I wish I knew how much you was really hurting, so I could have been there for you. If I knew that was going to be our last night together, I would have stayed with you. You know you could have told me anything. I would have moved in with you. We could have thugged it out together. I would have fought your demons with you. Only person burdens I would carry, but I know it was weighing on you. You could have leaned on me like I leaned on you. All right.
This was this giant. He was over 9 feet tall. He was a great warrior, and he was going against the Israelites, right? So for at least 3 months, Goliath would get up with his sword, with his shield, and go out and just start talking. Ain't no kids in here, right? He just started talking shit to the Israelites. Start letting them know, hey, this whooping I got for you is coming. If anybody wants some, come up here right now. He was telling them all that. Y'all ain't nothing, y'all can't fight. You know, I'm the baddest thing since, Swiss cheese. Hey, you ain't nothing, you can't be nothing, you ain't gonna never be nothing. So this is the Israelites on the other side, right? They look around. Half the army has disappeared, right? But just imagine, this giant is in your mind. Standing across from you, you can visualize him. And he's telling you, you can't beat me. You can't defeat me. I've never been defeated. And David showed up. He's never been to battle before. He was a young guy. Wasn't a soldier, wasn't trained to kill. But he had 3 things. First of all, was God. He trusted and believed in his God. And since maybe never being in war and seeing all this violence and giants killing people and ripping them apart, maybe that was a good thing. Because he didn't have those pictures in his mind already set. So now David goes to the king. Hey, I'm gonna go out there and kill this big old giant that y'all are terrified. The king looked at him and said, "You're a little boy. Are you kidding me? You ain't never held a sword before here." He said, "How you gonna really take this guy?" He said, "I know I can take him. I know I can take him. Because God told me I can take him." But what the king didn't know, he'd already killed a bird. He'd already killed a lion with his slingshot. So he knew what he had and what he could. One thing David did prove was Goliath's bark was a lot worse than his bite. Anybody heard it before? Yeah. So, we all know the story, right? If Goliath got hit with a sling, rock hits him in the forehead, drop, he's dead. Now, that inspires the Israelites that had half the army to come over and kill their enemy. But imagine that, I only say that to give you a thought about your mind. Your mind is Goliath. But the only thing different than for Goliath is that you can't get away from your mind. It's on you 24/7. And this is what people with mental illness is dealing with. They tell me. My son told me one day, he said, "Dad, am I a good person?" I'm like, "Are you kidding me? All the things you've done, you prayed for your best friend's funeral when you was 18 years old. You gave them $2,000. You've been a good person all your life." But again, Goliath, though his mind is telling that he's not. So you go to bed, guess what? We're telling you when you go to bed, you ain't nothing. You're not this. Your mind is still working on you. Goliath is telling you that you can't do anything. You ain't gonna be nothing. And the noise just keeps getting louder and louder and louder. And his voice, how do you fight it? How do you combat against it? Again, there's no different. I'm just saying, Goliath, it's the devil that's telling you these lies. You are kings and queens. You got to believe that the number one weapon is actually the Bible. It's telling you who you are, who you're supposed to be, and where you're supposed to be, and how you're supposed to think, right? If you're not getting help, these mental or your mind of Goliath will take over your thoughts. And next thing you know, your thoughts will be running you. It's got to be, we got to flip it. We got to flip it. And that's one thing we learned with NAMI. One thing we learned with these organizations that's dealing with mental illness, that we think, and these are the stereotypes that we got to be, is that black people don't commit suicide. Lie. We just don't talk about it. Black people, they'll be okay. You just keep on living, right? Wake up, be strong. You'll be okay. Again, lie. We gotta get help. We gotta get to therapy and let somebody hear, or somebody who's trained to help you control those thoughts. Now, believe it or not, a week later after our son took his life, we go into a therapist as a family. The first thing she said, "Don't be mad at him. He was in a lot of pain." And we think, and we've been told so much that suicide is a selfish act. No, they're in pain. And you have to actually put yourself in the shoes to be able to help them, because what are you going to tell them? I remember my son saying he went to therapy and he thought the guy was a racist. So he didn't want to go to therapy no more. Then we went to go and get medicine. And he said the medicine made him too dry. But we should have kept seeking. We should have kept seeking. But I said all to say today that we got to break the stereotypes. We got to break the stigmas. Black people don't commit suicide. It's not a selfish act. So if you get the opportunity, again, if you're dealing with anybody that knows somebody in your family, and we all do, this is your opportunity to start trying to get them some help. But I didn't mean to bring her.
We started praying already.
So these two look like twins right here, don't they?
Oh my God.
Yeah. And so we had a joke. We ain't gonna do that in here because some people may believe it. And then this is my twin right here, and then this right here, my other brother. But we used to have a joke too, but I don't want nobody to get up here and be like, "Ooh, what is that true?" You know how y'all watch the Tyler Perry movie and they were sitting at the table and they saying some secrets in the we got a secret in the family. That's not your mama, she your mama. That's our mama. That's not our mama.
That was the reason why we made that.
Yeah, so we went around in University City when we was growing up there. We moved to New City because this is her baby.
I didn't believe that was
And then we told her that story and she started crying. She thought it was real. You tell the truth, my mama. Tell the truth. Like, oh, Jesus. I know. But anyway, I don't know if anybody, them got something to say. I know she might surprise me sometimes. But she thinks she's gonna be on my podcast, y'all. So this is our sassy, bougie sister that keep us all together for real. She keep everything in order, our trips and all this. This is our sister. She came out. She used to be the fighter, but she's better now. Me and her used to grow up, and she's always been she could have to protect me, but she now. I ain't used to like the fight. I used to run, but then once I learned how to fight, oh Lord have mercy, it was over. But anyway, this is when me and him first got married, he had to let her know I didn't marry you, I married her. Back up, so that's how that's how it was. And this is our lovely brother right here. This is that brother where we like. Yeah, we gonna love you. He get mad at us a lot, but then he come back around. God working on him. And this is our. Oh my God! Y'all heard of Mike Tyson? This is the one right here.
no more, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one right there where we know she don't fight no more. She don't fight
It was
no
like
more.
2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
Was it 2 years ago?
And
when you wanted to get that girl so bad, you sat on me and bit me. Tell nobody.
Okay. Yeah.
Connected. You do keep us grounded. And before you lost a child, you was there for us. Always can call on you. So I'd say she's the mentor of the family. The walk is not easy. But when you used to tell me I make it look easy, you make it look easy too. And if it wasn't for you guys surrounding me, we're losing most of my children. I don't know where I'd be.
Real warrior, she's everything to me. So everybody know that I don't fight, but I'll fight for her. My girl, she and me. Hey, before Ashley left, Ashley would always babysit her kids. Because I had kids first. But Shay's my everything. She's a good person. She's a lovable person. She's encouraging, She's there for me all the time. These two are too. This one right here, they say she my mini-me, but she's not, because I don't do all that stuff. But she's a good person too. She's loving. I can call her for anything. Don't mess with me because she gonna be there trying to be somebody else. Then this one right here, same thing. I lost Ashley. She was right there for me. That's why I'm here for them, because I feel their pain. I try to be there for both of my sisters, because I know it's hard. It's not an easy road. But it's been 18 years since Ashley passed, so I can stand up and speak about Ashley. At first, same thing, when I would talk about Ashley, I would cry, and it took me a long time to get to where I'm at today. And I thank God, because I know she's in a better place. Because if she would have stayed, she would have been paralyzed, and Ashley wouldn't want to be paralyzed. So Ashley's in a better place. It's still hard. I think about Ashley all the time when my birthday comes, anniversary comes. So that's why I try to be there for my sisters, because I know it's hard.
It prays together, stays together, because that's the only reason why I'm with 1 year, 1 month, and 19 days sober today from a lot of things that me and my nephew actually used to do together. I'm gonna be real. And my nephew told me before he I get the words completed his life. that I was gonna be okay, and it was very weird when he told me that about 2 weeks before it happened. And I don't think I told anybody this. Y'all might just be hearing this, but patted me on my back in this living room, was like, "You're gonna be okay." He told me a couple of things he tried that I tried that I'm like, it didn't work. And he didn't know I was in the process of doing a lot of things, getting sober and working on my mental state. And all I can say is just, I know where I'm at now. God know where I'm at now, and it's just amazing. That's all I'm gonna say. And I know my nephew in a better place than my other nephew and my niece and my other niece, because that's been very, very hard for me. That's why I just gotta stay mentally stable. And anybody dealing with mental illness, just take her, stay on.
That's right. That's right. Yep.
That's all you do is laugh. That's all you do.
She is a very amazing person, and she has been a lot in my life. Not that all three of my daughters, but this one right here. When her dad passed, I stayed out there for 9 months. I'm not gonna forget about my son over there. These two came in my room every morning, got on their knees and prayed. They were scared to leave me at home. Every morning she come in my room and say, "Grandma, you okay?" And we hit the store. So we did. And I definitely can't forget about Ken, because he every morning bring me up coffee. She'd bring me up breakfast and she thought I was eating it, but I was putting it in the trash. I can tell you now, I wrapped up in the paper towel, I put it in the trash can. She said, "Oh, Mama, you did real good." I said, "Thank you." But, you know, all three of them was all four of them, all my kids were amazing. When their dad was sick, this one right here was there every morning. She clocked in like she was at work. Every morning, right? Yeah. She clocked in like she was coming to a job to release me to get out sometime, but he didn't want me to go nowhere, so I stayed there with her. But they all was amazed when it came to their dad, and especially Ken. I mean, you would think that was Ken's dad, because Ken did the boat. When he came home that day, we didn't know how we were gonna get him upstairs. He popped up, took off from work, and we all, with me, Ken, Shay, my sister-in-law, was in the room when he took his last breath. She was standing there holding his hand, rubbing his head. And I just admired them for being so strong for me, because she didn't have a chance to grieve, because she was worried about me. That's why I went home, so she didn't have a time to grieve over her dad. So all I can say is that I love all you guys, and thank you for being there for me.
It's flowing, dry like the whip stolen, roof off and wind blowing. Shit in my past, I'm still coping. Can't lose grips, shoes sold, still 10 toes. The blueprint rope on the road, pour out my soul between lines. Long way from heat on the stove, the heat that go gold. Pressure, chest swole, heart on my sleeves. I believe what's in me. They envy the lead, not in my league. This leisure, time passed, time lapsed, trying to recover where I left that.
So she is the owner of this Midwest Bar. She is the owner, so I'm glad everybody came out to support.
Yes, thank you guys.
She is the owner, and every time I call her up with some crazy ideas, she's like, "Okay, all right, let me check with the other ladies, let's do it." So I told her, I say, "Hey, cuz God got me on another mission right now." I said, I used to be, a wine drinker, and I just decided not to drink anymore at all. I said, "Can you do some mocktails? Can we come up with some mocktails?" Because I love just this atmosphere. I love coming and hanging this atmosphere. And I'm a girly girl person. I love girls. I love ladies. I love being around my ladies. Yes, I do. I love my ladies. When y'all see me, if you see me sitting at a table by myself, it's just because that's my mental break. I will go to a winery. Now she got the mocktails. I will come and sit up in here by myself, and that's my mental break. But she got some mocktails for me, and I thank her for that. I thank her for it. So, and I just wanted to say that's what love is all about. And she said, "I got you, cuz." So I ask everybody up in here to connect if you can connect. And sign in. If y'all do me a favor right now, if y'all can go to y'all phones, if you got YouTube, go look up MFMF KL Hughes.
MF, but if you find another MFMF, that might not be the right MF.
Okay, KL Hughes behind it. Please go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we're going
going to.
Have you heard? I'll check them out. That's the
Wrong MF, if you heard that one.
Right.
Go ahead and subscribe to the channel because next week on Wednesday we're gonna start dropping the episodes.
Awesome.
We're gonna start dropping them and it's gonna be great.
What time?
Does anybody, as a mother or father, have any topics that you have suggestions that we might need to talk about? Anybody?
On getting through any type of healing. There's no textbook on seeking the separation of that mind of suicide, that thought that you're not without. There's no textbook. What worked for you might not work for Pops. What worked for Pops might not work for TT. But it's all the different avenues and strategies that you all paint together with each story to show us is different revenues. But the main goal is to let the people know you can get through.
That's right.
If you go to a psychiatrist, if you say, forget a shrink, I'm going to just talk to my sister, I'm going to talk to my husband, I'm going to talk to my child, I'm going to talk to my mother. The main goal is letting people know that you can get through.
It's called deep thoughts though. If memories didn't exist, where or who would I be? Reminding myself who I was, what I went through. Now I'm looking at who I become, that's the bigger issue. Sweet and sour at the same time, but rewind the clock. Weak like a teaspoon of wine. Pouring my goodness into others that's eating from it. Now I'm a drained grape, falling in the milk crate. Replaying that same scene over and over that's stuck like a broken VCR tape. Now years later, got me tongue-tied trying to figure out the flavor. Most definitely when the topic comes up, but I brush it under the rug. Now look at me, still stuck. Trying to make it seem like I healed, but in reality, I was too scared to tell them how I really feel. So, may I? Knowing your worth comes from knowing your pain, the past, and the ugly truths. But I accept it. I will embrace it just so I can conquer it. I'm a young woman, but I know my truth. I grew up in the youth not too far from you. Trying to have sight of an open view. Trying to forget my past, but it became my present. Lord, I just want my angels to fall from heaven. I just need a touch to help me heal my pain. Lord, I just want this to go away. Trying to dust my shoulders, but my promise said that they're here to stay. Hoping to take me out like they did on Jay. I'm not going because I want a family today. So, with that being said, I gotta make my pain go there so I can recognize the real. After I told y'all I'm trying to heal, I have to be the eyes that go up the hill. A couple of tears will fall, but you know the drill. Crying won't make me weak, but not speaking up does. How can you become a better person with all that grudge? And you got the nerves to judge? Me? Baby, please, you got me beat. This is my signing out. It's your turn to speak.
Just go to YouTube and go to MFMF KL and go ahead and subscribe and do that. And the goal is for the podcast to be dropped every Wednesday. You will hear a new episode every Wednesday. And my goal is every fourth Wednesday, because I know my people love seeing me Facebook Live. I love being too, but every fourth Wednesday, I'm going to go Facebook Live. But if anybody wants to be part of the podcast, if you got a story to tell, please sign in and give me your information. Say yes, you be part of the podcast. We got a long way to go. We're doing a podcast right now from the basement, but we just should be looking to close on our building about the next week. And we setting that up where we're going to have podcast rooms where you come in and do a podcast.